The camera opens on a sea of green, so vast it seems to breathe, exhaling mist into the morning sky. Somewhere beneath that endless canopy, secrets older than memory are waiting. This is not the South America of postcards or travel ads. This is the unseen world where maps fade, compasses hesitate, and history hides in shadow. Today's journey begins with a single question. What if the greatest stories of human civilization were never meant to be found, only stumbled upon by those brave or foolish enough to look? Our story follows a small expedition pushing deep into the heart of the Amazon rainforest, guided not by satellites but by fragments of legend. The team is an unusual mix. A disgraced archaeologist chasing redemption, a local river guide who speaks in riddles, and a filmmaker who believes the jungle reveals truth only to those who listen. As the boat's engine dies and paddles take over, the jungle closes in, alive with sound and intention. The river twists like a living thing, reflecting the sky in broken pieces. Every mile forward feels like moving backward in time. The guide, Mateo, tells stories passed down through generations, of stone cities swallowed whole, of people who vanished without war or plague. He insists the jungle is not empty, but crowded with ghosts. At night, as insects scream and unseen animals watch, the crew begins to feel they are no longer explorers, but guests who have overstayed their welcome. Days blur together under the crushing heat. Boots rot, equipment fails. Yet morale changes when first sign appears, a perfectly straight line of stones cutting through the undergrowth. Nature rarely makes straight lines. The archaeologist, Elena, drops to her knees, brushing away moss with trembling hands. These stones were shaped by people, not rivers. Someone lived here, planned here, believed here. The jungle has not erased them, only hidden them, like a secret whispered but never forgotten. As they push inland, the terrain rises unexpectedly. Hills emerge where maps promise flat land. From above, drone footage reveals unnatural symmetry. Terraces carved into the earth, now camouflaged by trees. Elena realizes this is no outpost. It is the edge of something vast. Her voice cracks as she explains that such construction would require thousands of people. This challenges the old belief that the Amazon was sparsely populated. History, it seems, has been lined by omission. The ruins grow bolder. Stone staircases lead nowhere. Carvings peek from beneath roots thicker than human torsos. One relief shows a jaguar-headed figure, holding what looks like a star map. The filmmaker wonders aloud whether the civilization looked upward as much as inward. Mateo refuses to camp near the carvings, warning that some places are meant to remain quiet. Still, the night passes without incident, almost disappointingly so, leaving the team uneasy in a different way. The next morning brings fog, so dense it swallows sound. Walking through it feels like entering a dream. When the fog lifts, they stand before a collapsed structure resembling a temple. Its stones are fused as if melted, not stacked. Elena is stunned. This technique should not exist here. She whispers a name usually spoken half-jokingly among archaeologists, a lost city that predates known Amazonian cultures, dismissed for decades as myth. The documentary cuts to Elena's confessionals, filmed at dusk. She admits her career was ruined when she proposed advanced civilizations once thrived here. "I was told jungles don't build cities," she says. But jungles don't erase them either. Her eyes reflect firelight and something else, vindication. The jungle hums around her, indifferent to academic debates, patiently holding proof while humans argue over permission to believe. Further exploration reveals causeways stretching miles, aligned with the solstices. Water channels still guide rain with elegant efficiency. This was a city designed to live with the jungle, not conquer it. Mateo explains that his ancestors believed the forest punishes those who take too much. Perhaps the civilization survived for centuries by understanding balance, only to disappear when that balance was broken, by drought, by hubris, or by forces still unknown. Then comes a discovery that changes everything. Human remains buried beneath a ceremonial plaza, arranged carefully, not violently. No signs of invasion. No weapons. Instead, evidence of ritual departure. Elena proposes a chilling idea. The city was intentionally abandoned. An entire population may have walked away together, dissolving into the forest. Not destroyed, but transformed. The jungle did not kill them. It absorbed them, slowly and completely. The story shifts as the expedition leaves the ruins, following whispers of a connected network beyond the Amazon basin. The journey takes them toward the Andes, where clouds cling to mountains like memories. Elena draws parallels to known sites such as Machu Picchu, suggesting a forgotten link between jungle and highland civilizations. The idea reframes South America as a single, interconnected world long before European arrival. High-altitude air replaces jungle humidity, but the sense of being watched never leaves. Local villagers speak of paths under paths, ancient routes that once carried knowledge instead of gold. The filmmaker captures stone markers etched with symbols eerily similar to those found in the jungle ruins. Coincidence fades as a possibility. A lost network once pulsed across an entire continent, then went silent, leaving only echoes. Back in the lowlands, the expedition follows a tributary into what locals call forbidden waters. Here, the river darkens and the forest thickens unnaturally. Mateo admits he has never come this far. The engine fails again, as if on cue. Drifting in silence, the team notices shapes beneath the surface. Stone pillars submerge, forming a drowned roadway. The Amazon, it seems, is not just hiding cities on land, but underwater too. Night brings a storm unlike any other. Rain falls in sheets, thunder rolling endlessly. The camera shakes as lightning briefly illuminates massive stone faces carved into a cliffside, unnoticed until now. They are serene, not threatening. Guardians, perhaps. When the storm passes, the river level has dropped, revealing steps descending into darkness. No one speaks. The decision to explore feels less like choice and more like obligation. Descending the steps, the team enters a cavern lined with murals preserved by constant humidity. They depict migration. People moving from mountains to jungle to river, guided by stars and animals. At the center is a symbol combining sun, water, and forest. Elena realizes this culture did not see themselves as rulers of nature, but as one organ in a living system. Their disappearance may have been a deliberate return to that system. The documentary pauses on a single haunting image, a mural showing people dissolving into trees, their limbs becoming branches. Metaphor or memory? Mateo softly explains that as people believe the forest remembers every life it takes in. The idea reframes extinction as transformation. Perhaps the jungle ruins are not tombs, but doorways, markers left behind by those who chose to become invisible. Leaving the cavern, the expedition faces opposition from modern threats. Illegal logging scars the land. Smoke chokes the horizon. The contrast is brutal. These ancient builders shaped landscapes without destroying them, while today's machines erase centuries in hours. Elena's voiceover asks a painful question. If a civilization that lived in balance vanished, what chance do we have if we refuse to learn? The team reaches a research outpost near Madre de Dios, where satellite data confirms what they found, geometric patterns beneath the forest, numbering in the thousands. The unseen wonders are not isolated miracles. They are everywhere. The Amazon is not pristine wilderness, but cultural artifacts shaped by human hands long before modern memory. As evidence mounts, resistance grows. Authorities dismiss findings as exaggerated. Funding dries up. The filmmaker includes these setbacks intentionally, revealing how uncomfortable truths often meet denial. The jungle, however, remains patient. New LiDAR scans expose entire cities connected by roads, canals, and farms. The unseen world is becoming visible, whether institutions are ready or not. The expedition's final days are quiet, reflective. Mateo stands alone at the riverbank, offering a small bundle of leaves to the water. He says goodbye to the forest, thanking it for allowing passage. Elena admits she no longer wants fame or validation. I just want people to understand, she says, that losing the past means losing instructions for the future. The documentary returns to the ruins one last time, now filmed at sunrise. Light spills over stone, revealing details missed before. Vines frame doorways like curtains. Birds nest where priests once stood. Life continues, uninterrupted. The jungle did not conquer the city. It adopted it. That distinction matters more than we realize. A narration reflects on how many wonders remain unseen. Not because they are gone, but because we stopped looking in the right way. Satellites can map the forest, but humility is required to understand it. These ruins challenge the story progress, suggesting that advancement without balance is not advancement at all. The filmmaker appears on camera for the first time, admitting this journey changed him. He came seeking spectacle and found responsibility. The Amazon adventure was never about discovery, but remembrance. The jungle ruins are mirrors, reflecting what humanity once knew and has since forgotten. As the team departs, the river carries them away gently, almost kindly. The forest closes behind them, reclaiming the path. Within days, it will be as if they were never there. That, the narrator suggests, is the jungle's greatest lesson. Permanence is an illusion, but impact is not. The story broadens all of South America, a continent layered with unseen histories beneath modern cities and farmlands. From deserts to rainforests, the land remembers. The question is whether we will listen before those memories are erased forever, not by time, but by choice. Images of modern deforestation flash against ancient stonework, creating an uncomfortable dialogue across centuries. One civilization vanished quietly, leaving knowledge behind. Another risks vanishing loudly, taking everything with it. The contrast hangs heavy, unresolved. The narrator invites viewers to rethink exploration, not as conquest, but as conversation. The greatest adventures are not about claiming ground, but understanding it. The unseen wonders of South America are not just archaeological, they are philosophical, ethical, and urgently modern. As the music swells, the jungle at night fills the screen once more. Eyes glint in the darkness. Leaves sway without wind. The sense returns that this place is aware, watching, waiting. The forest does not need us to survive, but it may be willing to teach us how. The final message is simple and unsettling. The lost civilizations of the Amazon did not fail. They may have succeeded so completely that they no longer needed cities, monuments, or names. They became part of the system they once studied, leaving behind only hints for those willing to slow down and see. The screen fades to black as the narrator delivers a closing line. Some wonders are unseen not because they're hidden, but because they ask us to change before we can find them. The jungle sounds linger after the image is gone, reminding us that the story is not over. It is still breathing, just beyond the edge of sight.